Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Shar. Y'all know what time it is. Hit that like button, turn your notification on, and subscribe to the channel, because I promise you won't be disappointed. Listen, let's jump right into it. So Carlos King is definitely feeling some type of way. Usually he'd be like, I'm not going to respond to a bunch of you people who I don't know. Leave the negativity where it is. But this time around, he doesn't have that same energy, all right? Which means that he's watching more than normal, okay? Not only that, he's watching to see what the people say, just like the Scott said, because the Scott says that he's a lazy producer. He's producing laziness because he goes to the blogs. Now, they ain't put his name on it, but we knew who he's talking about. They said that he goes to the blogs to see how he's going to navigate his season. And they said that if it takes them or it makes them lose 5 episodes or more, so be it, because they're not going to allow or be bullied by the narratives of what's being put out versus him producing the show and doing the actual work, right? So here we are now where he's watching for one or two things. He's watching because he's concerned. Let's be clear. He's in some hot right? He got some lawsuits coming out. He got some stuff going on that hit the fan already. He's already in court. He's trying to see who's next up on the list that's going to come for him, right? Now, let's be clear, because I see a lot of people be like, oh, y'all want a black man to lose? Nah, it's not even a black man losing. It's more of a thing of a black man trying to humiliate his black sisters, okay? And you don't get to be a black man and humiliate your people just because you're black, right? If anything, you take care of your people because you're black. But you don't want to do that because that will require too much of character, too much of dignity, too much of so much more evident you, right? You only equipped with one component, ignorance, okay? And that's just the way I stand, and that's my standpoint. If you add all those other good quality traits to you, then there'll be some balance, but you don't want to do that, right? Don't have friends around you, like I said yesterday, that's going to hold you accountable, pop your hand, don't move like that. You have friends that's going to pacify you, just like I said yesterday. And how I know that is because you sitting your tail over here on Instagram, reposting things that's going to align with your thoughts versus reposting things that says the opposite, saying that you want to change. You don't want to change and don't have no desire to change. And your ego is going to cause you, black sir, right, to lose it all. And you have to do something differently with yourself, but you're not, right? So I'm going to need you to get yourself together. We're going to go over these few things that he had to say, because obviously he's feeling the pressure, he's feeling the heat, and he's also feeling like he's untouchable, okay? But everybody can be touched and reached, okay? Let's understand that. Now, I want you to be good, and I want you to do well, and I want you to keep prevailing, but you will not be able to prevail until, one, you own some of this stuff, and two, you make some serious changes. This is going to cost you and hit you harder than you ever been hit before. All right. So look what he had to say, and then I'm going to meet you guys in the comment section. All right. I love you, checkmates, and there's nothing you can do about it. And remember, don't you let nobody tell you nothing different. Bye. Now, first thing first, he reposts what Stormy posts. And this is what I'm talking about. He loves to be praised, right? He's not okay with nobody saying great things about him. If you don't say great things about him, he kind of give you his Atticus, right? So he reposts what Stormy says to him, okay? Because Stormy's saying, she mentioned him in his comment section, and she says, at Carlos King, thank you. You're one of the most talented people I know and great at everything you touch. Number King. And he posts over top of that, such a class act, with the clapping emoji, right? He says, I love me some Stormy. God continues to bless her to be a blessing to others. And sure enough, right? God can do whatever he want to do. But the only reason why he reposted this, because like I said, Stormy and to him is like sucking his toe. And for some reason, his ego is stroked and he lets off on stuff like that. If you don't, you're a problem, okay? You're a threat to him, right? So he continues to say, now here he's actually reading the scripture, And his caption says, God's redirection for your isolation. Okay. Now, the problem I have with Carlos is he's quick to like flip through the pages of the Bible and pull out a scripture from the top of his tail and read it and apply it to his situation. But there's no, he's not digesting what he's reading, and he's not taking it all in to make changes. So I don't even know why he keeps grabbing the Bible and reading it to us. Do something in your personal time so some real change can happen, because other than that, it become redundant and ridiculous, right? But let's continue on. And now this one he reposted. The person says, as the president of the Raindrops, I hate the Carlos slander, so I'ma say something and not take it back. Thank you for doing, and the person continue on, right? And he reposted it because he believes that the person is, again, striking his ego, sucking his big toe, right? And he reposted it. He says, without Carlos King slander, how else would people monetize? Let go and let God. Now, Carlos, I don't think people need to slander you. I think you do a very good job of that on your own. Everybody's not lying on you. I keep saying that over and over again. And like I said, the moment that you start taking accountability, the moment that it become a reality for you and you'll start to change some things, you're not changing anything because you have like this made up thing in your mind to say that everybody is against you and everybody's making up all this stuff about you. Like I said, people across the world all can't be having the same story in different settings. That doesn't even make sense. So it's definitely you, sir. Let's continue on. It took me out because somehow he thinks that people want him to act a certain way. But here it is. The person says, I like you, Los, and your shows, but I'll admit, I'm on the fence about you recapping your own show. It becomes a sticky situation with the talent, right? And he reposted it. He says, first, it was all he does is talk about other people's shows and not his own. And then when I do recap my own shows and the ratings go up, you know, he had to pat himself on the back, okay? It's still a problem. Thanks for the support, my love. Now, I kind of agree with him to a certain extent. I think people don't know what they want sometimes. But in this situation, I just think that he probably needs to stick to what he was doing, which was producing, because now he got his hand in so many different pots that he doesn't have time to put the time into he doesn't have time to put his energy where it needs to be. Okay. He's so busy worrying about the blogs that he's failing the production part of it. Okay. So I think he needs to find some balance in that. I do believe that people could do multiple things at one time. But like I said, for him, he has to find some balance. And right now he's all over the place. So something lacks when he do this blogging thing. All right. And now this one right here took me out. It says, in 2025, can we please shift the narrative that I'm trying to be like everyone else? He says, I'm literally the only CEO of the full service production company, fully staffed, plus an on-air personality with shows. Like I'm one of the one. Happy Black History Month with like this rock on emoji that he has on here. I mean, toodles to you for your accomplishments. Let's not, downsides that. But I do think you have a problem with standing on what you want for yourself. I think what you want for yourself do shift once you see what somebody else doing and you just jump right into it. That's how you keep losing. But again, you guys meet me in the comment section. Bye.